So the story now tells you that yes, somebody sat down and said, well, if homes could have been boxes, then you could move around. Then why don't we create something like tiny houses?
Oh, my name is Jonathan Pally. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Clever Tiny Homes. We manufacture these. The home is built with premium building materials, just like you'd build like a very high-end home. So for example, the siding here, this is Hardy Panel, which is fiber cement. It's got a 45-year warranty. This is basically like Trex. It's a composite. It's actually a 98% recycled material. If you go to our YouTube at Clever Tiny Homes, I'm actually in the factory that makes this, but really cool. This will last, this is warranted for 35 years. It'll last, we've designed these to last generations, right? It's a big investment. You want buildings that last generationally. The roof that you can't see is a standing seam metal roof. It's the best roof you can get in America. It's a metal roof with hidden seams. You've got luxury, vinyl plank flooring. As we go inside, there's quartz countertops, which is the best countertop material you can get. All super premium soft close drawers. So we really build this. Yes, it's a tiny home. Yes, it's affordable, but it's designed to last last a long time, because these are any kind of home is a big investment. How we do this, because a lot of people, how do you do this with this material, is that we use what's called industrialized construction. So we buy all these materials direct from the manufacturer in bulk, truckload size to a factory, and then we build these on an assembly line. And so that allows us to significantly reduce the cost of both purchasing the materials, because we're buying in such large volume, very different than when you build a one-off house here or there, and the time to manufacture the house or build the house, because we're doing it in a digital assembly line where we can really dial in the production efficiency. And so that's how, with those two together, that's kind of our secret of how we can deliver a really, really premium quality house that is also very affordable and very attainable.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That way you're truly off grid would be another.
How do you get rid of the waste and everything?
So this is set up with a waterless toilet. I like it. It's basically a diaper genie that seals everything so that you don't have black water. And then gray water for your sinks and shower go through a filtration system, which in California you can discharge 2 feet from the home. So it goes through that filter, and then most people irrigate with it, have flowers or garden.
Okay, but on the waste, you just then put it out with your regular trash, or how?
Yep. So I can show you the toilet here.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the gruesome.
It hasn't been used, so don't worry about it. But very similar to a normal toilet, other than basically it seals every time. So you don't smell anything, and then there's a cartridge that actually comes out. When you pull this up, you just pull this cartridge up and throw it away with a normal trash bag.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so you don't have to touch anything. There's no, we can do composting or incinerating, but most people don't like to deal with smelling the waste or touching the waste.
Yeah.
Or a standard toilet if you've got a sewer system.
Yeah, because our in some of our older communities, we actually they're not hooked up to sewer yet,
Right.
so they're still on what is it? Trying to remember, they have
Like a drain field.
like a drain thing or whatever.
Right, so some people bury a tank or have a drain field.
Yeah.
We could connect to that with a standard toilet.
Yeah.
But if you don't have capacity, they're
Yeah.
not supposed to add another home, you could add it and then do off-grid like
Yeah.
this. So, very nice that it's, plug and play. We could use the bathroom if we wanted.
Yeah, no, that's amazing.
Quite nice.
'Cause
And
it's
then
like
plenty of
very
storage.
flat.
And,
Yeah,
truly livable.
I like
Space
it
for
how
the
it's
washer,
so high.
Yeah.
Because I know some of the tiny homes I saw before, there was like,
Right, you have to sleep in a loft or...
Yeah.
And we have options like that, obviously, but this is, you can sleep on the first floor, and I'll tow this later with a pickup truck, so it's not any big deal.
Yeah. Wow, that's really neat.
Go for it.
It's
awesome.
You can call this the flex space. You can put a couch here.
I can't believe you have a butt top in here.
And it could be a shower too with a glass door if you prefer.
Nah, I prefer this one.
Nice whether you're pets or kids.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly. You can just throw
Just wanna
everything in
soak,
there.
right?
Exactly.
I can have your ways.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everyday living, people will tend to keep the bed down. There's plenty of space here.
Yeah.
But, when you have some friends over,
Yeah.
you see there's 5 of us in here
Yeah.
right now, comfortably, right? So you pop this up and now people think, oh, I got a 200 square foot home. Can I have a party? Yeah.
This bathroom is so
And I
comfortable.
like how the window, like that's a big window, because I know many times you go into the tiny homes and it feels like you're restrained, but that just seems to open it up so you feel like, okay.
One of our design precepts is you want everywhere there's either a window or a mirror or like a shiny material. So that's what gives you that sense of space.
His wife is a renowned architect designer, so she
Okay.
came up with the layout. They used a lot of feedback to make it better, obviously. Better and better each time.
That's neat.
But for $65,000, it's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Definitely affordable without losing,
Oh, yeah.
pride in home ownership.
And Abby, this is where you have the Murphy bed.
Yep. So it's a queen.
It's a queen.
Mm-hmm.
A queen.
What
This is
the
even bigger than a
price?
condo.
The
65,000, and then with solar, it would be 85,000.
Okay.
Solar irrigation system.
Very good.
Okay.
Or do you
Can I
mind
take
if
a
I
picture, you
mind if I
guys?
take a picture? Everyone's taking a picture. Do you mind if I
Okay.
tag you on social media?
Yes.
I assume you're good with that. Yeah. All right. There we go. Appreciate that.
Can I get a picture of all you guys?
So in Ghana, there used to be a saying. They even translated it into music, and they would say that if ye adaka and kametuko dadada, literally meaning that if homes were boxes, they would have traveled long ago. It went to say that sometimes people found themselves in places where they don't have the many the properties and things that they have back home. So if you're an immigrant or something, sometimes you move to a certain place and you no longer have the privileges that you used to have. So usually people will use this adage to show that in where they were coming from or where they used to be, they tend to had a lot at their disposal. So today I went to the park. I went to PSAR where we had this tiny home set up. It is really convenient. So it's such that if you want it stationed, it can be stationed, and if you want to move like people oftentimes wish, you can just move it. Other benefits I would like to share with you today is that I wrote a few things down that if you're really looking at even investing, these are some of the things you can look at. We know homes are quite expensive, but if you have a piece of land and you want to kind of utilize that land, you could get these tiny homes where people are much independent in their home and yet still, they have that privacy. So you could buy one or two of these, put them at the backyard, if you have a big backyard, where you can rent them out. You can Airbnb one, you can have short rentals and leases on, some of them, and it's pretty private, because it has all the things. My goodness, I did take some notes for you because I want to share that information with you. So good for Airbnb, like I mentioned, and also these tiny homes, they have, this particular company has lenders that would finance it, and if you're using it as your primary home, they would finance it up to they'll give you a loan for up to 25 years, and then if you're going to use it for rental, like the investment aspect, you can have a loan lasting up to 15 years, which is a great thing. And then also, if you're looking at something in between ADU and an RV, I mean, tiny house is the solution for you. And then also they give about 45-year warranty, meaning that, you know, it's something that is very lasting. And another question that people, because they use traditional building materials, they use the same materials they use for every building, so you can be assured of the, you know, longevity and then durability as well. And this particular one had solar panels. It has two hookups, and so you can either use the regular electricity if you have a hookup to it, and you can also decide to use the solar panel. This particular tiny house was built for our market, for California. So depending on which state you find yourself, they can definitely build one that is suitable for your environment, your weather conditions and everything. And the interior is actually according to the client's specifications. So you can decide which part of that space is most important to you. Is it a bathroom? Is it a kitchen? Is it the sleeping area? Or is it just the little living space in there? Or you're much more concerned about storage? So this is something built to your specifications. All right. So another thing I found out was you know, with these RVs, I mean, you have several opportunities. So you can either decide to take off the tire, or you can, so that it's stationed, or you can leave it on and then kind of decorate around it, so that whenever you're ready to set up, like you set off to wherever, you can just, you know, hook it up and then drive off. And I know one of the major questions people like to ask is, does it appreciate like real estate does? Yes, because they use the same building materials, and you tend to renovate it. If, you know, you can change flooring, can change things, and that could add the value to it. And from the company, they said they've never sold a home or any of the tiny houses at a lesser price. So it means it does appreciate and value. I hope these tips do help, and it might give you, you know, stem some few ideas in there. So again, my name is Amina, and I'm always looking out for your best, but also I want to enjoy myself. So see you on my next video. I hope you like this one. All right, bye.